Okay, first and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose real name in the Hebrew was Yahweh Shai. This will be a brief video, just going over the topic of brotherhood and sisterhood, right? So, a lot of our people need to hear. I'm gonna keep it a short video so it's not too long, and everybody can, I know sometimes our people's attention span is a little short, so I don't try to make videos too long. Right? So, the first scripture I'm gonna go to is Proverbs 17 and 17. Okay. Let's see here. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 17 and 17. A friend that loveth at all times, and a brother born for adversity, right? So, sometimes the most important thing is having that person you can go to, having that person you can talk to in a time of need, right? The importance of brotherhood is that we're there for one another, okay? And oftentimes we are in these situations because we're last hire, first fired. We're in poverty everywhere. We're always going through trials and tribulations. So it's always good to keep someone near and dear to you that you could trust in and believe in. All right? And with this walk especially, you need someone that can keep you in check and keep you in the right spirits. Right? There's a worldly term, birds of a feather flock together, right? And that's true, right? If you're in this walk and you're trying to be righteous, Salaki. If you're in this walk and you're trying to be righteous, it's very important that you stick around brothers and sisters that's righteous and that's trying to walk upright. Okay? Let me go to the next one. Don't go. Let's see, First Peter. Chapter 2, verse 17. Okay. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king, which is one of my favorite scriptures, right? Honor all men, or women, right? So basically, you want to make sure that, you treat brothers with respect of your own nation. You don't want to, just because you don't know him or he might be a stranger unto you, he's your people. Still show that man the same honor you would if you known him for 25 years, man. So show him that respect, man. Okay. Love the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Love kicking in with your people, man. Love building that bond, that relationship, right? Love keeping each other in check again about keeping the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes I think, brothers, especially this primarily goes towards brothers that do the work, go out there on the highways and byways. Some brothers think, oh well, that's all there is to it. We go do the work together. That's it, right? No, you should be bonding outside of that. You should be hanging out outside of that, whether it be going bowling, shooting pool, whatever, right? Whatever y'all think is. You know what I'm saying? Why, even if it's just, hanging out, having a drink, watching movies, you know what I'm saying? Love the brotherhood, man. Enjoy it. We don't know how long we're going to be in this captivity, man. All right? And we all we got at the end of the day. So the most important part is making sure you have a stable foundation of brothers or sisters, right, in women's sake or women's situations, that you can lean and count on, right? Um, so uh, let's see, is that it on that? Fear God, right? Obviously, and honor the king, man, and keep Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai in your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So, or Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai? All right, in your thoughts. All right. So hold on. Let me go to the next one. Ecclesiastes. We're gonna go to Ecclesiastes 4. Slovakia, this is a fairly new Bible, so it takes me a little time to navigate it sometimes. Pages still stick together, yeah. Alright. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 10. For if they fall, Slovakia, let me start at verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. Right? So, if a brother fall, like say a brother that messed up, man, right? He might have eaten something he wasn't supposed to. He just kind of gave in, or he did something, anything. It could be anything. He did something he wasn't supposed to. She did something she wasn't supposed to. Right? Your brother or your sister is supposed to pick you up and let you go, hey, it's cool, repent, you know what I'm saying? Don't willfully sin, you know what I'm saying? Ask the Most High for forgiveness, right? You need them people to check you, right? That's what this is about. Okay. Let me go back to it. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, right? Because a lot of internet Israelites, y'all, y'all don't believe in congregating, right? So when you mess up and when you fall, there's nobody to correct you. So sometimes I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all mess up and continuously do stuff. The reason you do that is because you don't congregate and you don't have anybody to keep you in check. You don't have anybody to keep you in the spirit where you should be, obviously, um, doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? So you allow yourself to fall because you're not you're not you're not trying to congregate and be brotherly or sisterly, right? For he have not another to help him up. Okay, so you ain't gonna have nobody else to help you if you by yourself. Period. Right? Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. Right? But how can one be warm alone? Right? So you gotta understand, man. It's always better. It's always better to be, you know, in a group, right? We got the coronavirus going around, and they teaching what is it? I forgot the term. Like I'm now, my memory's bad, so the term that's thrown around is socially separate or something like that. I forgot. But listen, um, you still listen. I'm not scared of coronavirus whatsoever or of catching it. We go out on the streets and teach. I believe I'm protected by the Most High. So, Lord willing, He don't allow me to catch any of these diseases and pestilence going around. But you know what I'm saying? The congregation don't stop just because people catching stuff and getting sick. Man. That's Esau problems. That ain't my problem. Okay. So we just want to keep that type of stuff in mind. Um, you know. Um, so yeah. All right. And just to piggyback off that, let me go to John 13. Right. Let's see. Verse 34. Okay. This is John 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. Right? What's the love of God, man? That we keep the commandments. Right? So loving your brother is correcting your brother or your sister, right? Not letting them err, because we know what happens. We know what happens to people that repeatedly, um, commit sin, especially after knowing the truth. Going back to Hebrews 10 and 26, I'm not going to pull it up. But if you need to know, willfully sinning, obviously it gets you messed up, right? So that's what we to do is constantly check one another. Hey, brother, you going off, you doing this, you doing that. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep each other in the spirit, man. Ultimately, let me see. Going to Hebrews, go to Hebrews 13 and 1. Salakia, I'm gonna try and make it a little quicker. Hebrews 13 and 1. Let brotherly love continue, or again um, in women's cases, let sisterly love continue. Right? You sisters really need to work on. You really need to work on, um, being more sisterly to one another. Y'all think everything's a competition. That's not the spirit of the Lord, man. You should be a sister to one another, whatever the situation or the case may be. Okay, and you should be correcting one another, keeping yourselves in check, and receiving correction. Right? That's a problem with our people. They don't like to receive correction. Receive it. All right. That's how. Listen, if you're sincere about this walk, you should have no problem getting corrected. Period. Nothing whatsoever. And a lot of our people do, but y'all got to come out of that. Quite honestly, it's not a good look. Um, so let's go into some things that break up the brotherhood, or sisterhood, right? So that we don't, so that we don't have issues, or we know how to at least resolve them, or stay away from getting around them or having those issues, right? This is Ephesians 4 and 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Meaning, look, don't don't purposely offend your brother. Don't purposely offend your sister. This is not complicated. All right, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. All right, so letting brothers and sisters know that's in this walk or in this faith, what I'm saying, that may mess up, that may need the grace to correct it. That time that the Most High is giving us as an allotment to get ourselves together, right? Um, you need to exercise not offending your brothers, like I said, sisters, but exercising wisdom, right? Making sure what we do say is for edification purposes, right? To make sure that um, we're learning and we stand in the spirit. Okay. Um, right. So um, let's see. Let's go to. I'm gonna get a couple more verses and I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay, this is First Timothy. First Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter time some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits. Right? So there's going to be times our people are going to give heed to seducing spirits. I had a brother that, you know, he's still a brother to me. You know what I'm saying? We cool. But in this situation, he had a issue with me just because of he felt some type of way about my situation, right? Whether no here or there, that's I'm not gonna go into details about it, but and he admitted he was wrong for feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? I accepted his apology. I knew it. We both knew it wasn't coming from the right place. Um, and you know, I apologized to him for for my part in whatever he was feeling. Even though I mean, technically I hadn't erred or sinned or did anything like that, but it was just the way he was feeling. You know what I'm saying? And that helped him overcome how he was feeling about it. So sometimes it's okay to apologize even if you didn't do anything wrong, right? Um, but sometimes brothers give in to seducing spirits, meaning they see a spirit come on them that they've either heard somewhere, and then they start that same spirit get on them, or it's just you know um, a evil spirit that starts taking part of it. You gotta fight that stuff off. I even me, I have times where I I've had seducing spirits trying to attack me, and you just gotta fight it off, man. There's no other way to put it. All right. And doctors are devils, man. Sometimes our people will fall. I've seen brothers that giving heed into knowing that they're not supposed to be smoking weed or doing something like that or whatever the case may be, right? And end up um, going back into that doctrine or going back into that lifestyle, Slovakia, and really screwing up, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's that's what brother and sisterhood is about. We're supposed to be stopping each other from allowing each other to get destroyed or anything of that nature. So, um, yeah. Here's one more thing. I'm gonna um, talk to you guys about, and then I'm gonna pretty much wrap this up. Um, um, don't get into being a whisperer. Okay, that's not a good thing. There's brothers and sisters, y'all can't be talking about situations behind each other's back. If you got a problem with a brother or sister, go to that brother or that sister, like the scripture say, right? Hash things out if it can be. If it can't be, then ask to have a counsel with an elder, right? But by no means are you to be giving heed to whispers, right? Let me see. Let me get that precept here. Um, a forward man soweth strife. Going back into what we was talking about, offending your brother, right? This is Proverbs 16 and 28. Okay, a froward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separated chief friends. Man, people talking about each other behind each other's back, and sowing strife and tearing brothers up. That's wicked as hell. Okay, stay away from that kind of nonsense. Stop doing stuff like that. That's not of the Lord, and that's a spirit in itself. And you need to be. And if you know you're like that, pray for yourself. But brothers and sisters, hey, if somebody come whispering to you about another brother or another sister, check that person right then and there. Have you talked about this to that person, right? Don't just sit there and listen to it, because then you're gonna get that same spirit on you, right? And that ain't what you want, right? So at the end of the day, um, check them, correct them, right? So you wanna stay away from that type of stuff. Um, this is my last one that I'm gonna get. So like I said, I went way over my time. Didn't mean to. It happens. um, this is Proverbs 18, verse 24. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother, right? So sometimes you're gonna have brothers and sisters that stick closer um, to you than a family or a family member, or someone that's like closely related, right? A friend that is more of a brother than your actual brother, right? So we have to be mindful not only to maintain relationships in the truth by keeping the commandments and correcting each other, also by being respectful and loving one another, man. Okay? And with that, I would like to say, call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and Shalom.